Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. I'm not gay. So really quickly, two things that you need to think about here. One is it's obvious that people shouldn't be some kind of Klansman or Antifa or radical gay activist or MAGA, what have you. What you have to look out for is their sort of crest-wearing, boarding school, Freemason, politician, fancy suit rubbish. Now, obviously, people who are getting lots of money while everyone else is poor with no solid justification for it are evil. And of those guys, the guys they try to make seem the most presentable are the guys who are like a devil in a suit. They're trying to be a gentleman, they have a suit, and they're trying to lead society. Now, they might say, well, that's a deal breaker if you're emphasizing that. First of all, I'm not making a deal with these people. Okay? There's no deal with the devil. Secondly, that is their main plan to try to enslave. That always was the main plan. The main slave masters tried to make themselves seem more presentable than everyone else all throughout American history. They enslaved people through social clubs, through Freemasonry, through the plantation systems, sugar cane, cotton, tobacco, what have you. They enslaved people through various social systems and slave systems. They made them debt slaves, wage slaves, made them feel desperate and hopeless, said things like take it or leave it. Now when it comes to the sources here, this is very important here. Pay close attention. You cannot trust peer-reviewed research. You cannot trust what comes up on the internet for the most part. You can't trust it. And they're trying to master the art of confusing you about what sources you can trust and what sources you can't. Scientists don't even agree on climate change. And this video is not about climate change. The scientists don't agree about that. I come up with various results when I do peer-reviewed searches. They disagree about the numbers of deaths from things like heart disease, sometimes by hundreds of thousands of people. And there's other things. Scientific studies, archaeological findings, neurological studies, the studies in the neuroscience-related studies. There's all kinds of things that they're lying about. And so to a large degree, you have to trust your sense of things. Do people seem happy these days? Are they acting funny? What have you? For the most part, people have to trust their sense of things. Now, over time, they're coming up with ways to manipulate your sense of things. That's one of many, many reasons why you shouldn't reproduce. And one last issue. I was only going to do 2 issues, but I got to do one more because I got to squeeze these in here while I can still make videos without being interrupted very much. When it comes to abortion, every female who could get pregnant should get her tubes tied as soon as possible. There should be government programs for them to get their tubes tied. They should come together and make it so there's government programs that allow people to get their tubes tied so they don't have an abortion. Both sides should agree on that. You can raise taxes on the rich slightly, what have you. There's a lot of ways to get the money for it. There should be tubes tied programs. I know a lot of people complain about the fertility rate of America or white people or this or that, but that's no excuse. Maybe there's Jews thinking they have to be fruitful and multiply. They're wrong. They're interpreting it wrong. You shouldn't try to trick people into having children. Part of what they're doing in those states where abortion is illegal is they know that females get raped at a certain rate and they want them to have the children of rapists, especially racist white and racist Jewish rapists and the token minorities that help them, what have you. Abortion is a horrible thing, a very horrible thing. It's a very awful thing. But it is nowhere near as awful as bring a child into this evil world where they're doing mind control. And even if they got rid of all technology, all the technology would still be evil to bring a child into this world because of the building, because of their foundation, because of their eugenics, because they screen out the righteous, because only wicked people reproduce, because of who people are these days. Isaiah 57, read it and weep. The righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Isaiah 57. Isaiah 13, the life worth of their children is dashed to pieces. That's what it's getting at. Is rape by deception is the major form of rape, and the life worth of their children being dashed to pieces. Not talking about abortions, it's talking about their souls being dashed to pieces. People are from the cult of the flesh who cite endless genealogies like Christ is a character in the story warned about. Okay, want you to think that it's talking about just flesh related things. It's talking about the soul and the spirit. First and foremost, everything else is peanuts compared to that. Then there's Luke 23. Blessed are the childless women, the breasts that never nursed, the wombs that never bore. It's talking about the end times, like Matthew 24, where it says there's people who are dumb enough to still be getting married and having kids. Getting married in the divine order isn't such a big deal. Getting married for the purpose of having children, or having children for any reason, is retarded. He said before the flood came, it is okay to obey God through me, and from that point and that point only to get married. Okay, it is not okay to have children.